Yeah.
We'll see you. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna pick one random person from the audience to be part of this panel today. Do good. How are you guys feeling? It's Sunday, guys. You guys have amazing. All right. So before we do get this panel underway, this is a Q&A. So start thinking about your questions now. We'll call on you, and then you get to ask your questions to TJ. Are you guys ready to get this panel underway? It's my absolute privilege to bring to the Fanboy Expo stage the one and only TJ Thyne, everybody! This is so unexpected. Hey, how's it going?
Good. This is fun.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good
Guys, I'm glad you're here.
Same.
I thought it was just going to be you and me sitting in here.
What? No, there was literally like a line going around the room until like a couple minutes ago, and they let everyone in, and now here we are. Oh my gosh, they're waving. This
Good
is
morning.
great.
Hi, everyone. Were you guys all here yesterday?
Yes.
Was, right? Did you have fun?
Yes.
What was the highlight?
Walked into that one.
That was the right answer.
Did
Yes.
you go to other panels yesterday?
Jerry O'Connell and Rebecca Romaine were
Was that
It was
fun?
hysterical. It was a great
Funny?
panel.
Yeah.
Did they interview each other?
Jerry O'Connell
Yeah.
went around with a microphone and
Yeah.
was like making like funny jokes the entire time.
Oh my God, that's fun.
And there was a Wolverine cosplayer, and that was like a whole thing too. It was neat. Yeah, because it was like unexpected. He was sitting in the audience.
Yeah.
We didn't know he was there until he's like, "Oh, can I take the mic and start asking people questions?" And we're like, "Oh, what's happening?" Yeah, but it was neat. What about you? How was your day yesterday?
It was fun. I got to meet a ton of people. Everyone was very sweet. Can you hear me? Should I do this?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, there we go.
I had so much fun. I think it was just, we were talking, Christine's here, and we were just talking last night after the event that everyone here is like so beyond kind and nice, and we had so much fun. We had fun at the table, and the photo ops were fun. What's the deal with the photo ops? You can't someone was like, we're not allowed to touch. I was like, what? I thought I was getting in trouble because I kept touching everyone, and then, but I guess you guys were told that.
It's the actor.
You're kind of like a manatee. You have to do the touching, we can't.
Okay. Well, yeah, I didn't know that, so I feel bad. I was like hugging so many of you. You were probably like, get off me.
No.
But the photo ops was really fun, and then it was great. But I didn't get to do any of the panels. I kind of wanted to go and do some, so I'm glad you did them. What else did you do? Did you walk around and shop?
Yeah.
What's the you have to go and do today? What should I go and look at? What booth? Not booth. The booth.
Tattoos?
Which one?
Temporary tattoos.
Temporary tattoos? Did you get one? Let's see. What was it?
It's like a whole thing of Avengers, and they just roll it on you.
Oh, that's fun.
But it only lasts for like a day.
That's fun. I'll do that.
What would you get?
I have something right across my face.
That's hardcore.
I'll get David on my face. And then maybe John on my other face.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. That would
Yeah.
be
And
good.
then you can charge for a 3-person photo.
Yeah. I'll just do one of these.
No touching. Yeah.
And no touching. Yeah.
I mean, do you ever get the chance to actually walk around? Because I go broke when I walk on the floor. I can't do it.
What do you buy? What's your thing?
I mean, I guess a lot of collectibles.
Oh, nice.
But my specific thing is I like anything with Alice Cooper. So I buy the Funko Pops and the records and all that stuff too.
Oh, cool.
What about you? Do you collect anything?
I don't necessarily collect anything, but I have so many nieces and nephews that I love buying them little things everywhere I go. So I feel like that's what today's going to be. I'm going to run around and buy them a bunch of things.
That's very kind of you.
I have 12 nieces and nephews.
Yeah. You must be the coolest. That's
I'm
pretty
the
funny.
best.
I feel like
They love me. My brothers and sisters don't love me for what I buy them and run around with, but yeah. No, I have a lot of fun with them. They're like my favorite people. They're so fun, and so I want to go buy them stuff. So yeah, I want to go look around today.
Yeah, and I was also going to say, this must be especially cool. There's a lot of reunions happening this weekend, and especially, a bunch of people from Bones being here this weekend. That must be really cool for you guys to be reunited.
I know, it was really neat. So I after talking to a few of you, I got to call Michaela and tell her to come here because it seems like.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I have to do that. But yeah, next year. Who do you want? So Michaela.
Everybody.
No, I know, it's so hard. She's so busy. Should we call her?
Yes.
Oh, it's very early there. We probably
It's 8 a.m., right?
gets so mad at me. I'll talk to her. Okay, we'll see. What about the squinterns? Wouldn't that be fun?
Yes.
Which squintern would you want?
Zach.
Clark. Zach. Vincent.
Yes.
Daisy. Daisy makes me
All
of them.
Yes, everybody.
Wendell.
Oh, Joel David Moore would be great.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody is what it sounds like.
Me? Yeah. Yeah, I'll be with them. I know, that would be fun. I pitched to Hart that there should be a spinoff called Squints.
Yes.
I was like, let's do this. If the show has to end, let's do this. And he was very kind and listened to me. And then he nodded a lot and then patted me on the shoulder and left. Yeah, that'd be cool to have Hart and Steven here too. That'd be really fun. Yeah. So do you come to this convention every time it's in town? It's pretty fun. It's a nice one. And it's kind of mellow, so I feel like that's good because you get to really like hang out with people and talk. Because you have another one in town. Well, we shouldn't talk about that other one. A big one. Yeah, that one.
It's an exit, yeah.
That's okay to talk about.
I mean, whatever you feel comfortable with, this is your moment.
But that one's big. I mean, do you go to that one also? They suck?
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Why? It's just too overwhelming?
No, not even that. They're money grab. They upcharge everything. They make you walk around the building.
Don't listen to Savannah.
You work for them?
I was an avid attendee for many years before they got bought out.
Oh, I see. It's gotten big. Okay.
It takes sometimes 3 hours to park.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, just a park. Wow.
But we're here now at this wonderful convention.
Yes.
I will say, like, it's what I really love about this convention. Like you said, it's like we really get time to hang out with you, talk to you, ask our questions. It's like the mom and pop, and like they get the fandom.
I know, I like that. I said that to them. I was like, it feels like you really care about everyone that's like coming, and that means a lot to me. It feels good to me. If you guys are happy, we're happy. Okay, what do you want to know about
Oh yeah,
Bones?
you guys want to ask some questions?
Or anything. Doesn't have to be Bones. It can be anything.
Are we ever gonna get a reboot? Because there's been
I don't
rumors.
know. There's this rumor going around. Have any of you talked to David about that?
He said that he was open for it yesterday.
He said that yesterday?
Yes.
Really? Say it again.
Who do we need to contact?
Hart and Steven, I guess. They're on Instagram. Did you talk to John about it? Did you ask John? Are you gonna stay for John's?
Yes.
Should I gonna stay for John's?
It's in the other room, but it's okay. We'll all just walk over there collectively. Like Conga over there. That'll be fun.
He's so sweet. I love him. He's so fun. I'm so happy to see him. It's very rare to get him at a con, so you're so lucky. I was shocked he was coming. I was like, oh my god, John's coming. Like he's so great, but he's so busy. He's like the biggest movie star guy in the world. He's so busy.
Did you see Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah,
So
I've seen
good.
everything he's done. I'm always so proud of him. I feel like a proud papa. I'm always like, John. Okay, what else do you want to? Let's ask. I want to hear everything. Ask me anything. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Do you point? How does this work? Yeah. You.
Go ahead.
So how did it feel to work on How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
Oh, that was fun. That was fun being Stu Luhu. That was really fun. We worked for. It was like 6 months of shooting. We would go in every morning at about 4:30 in the morning for the prosthetic makeup, and that would take about an hour to get through. Jim's took about 90 minutes. It was so intense for him. He doesn't love having things like on his face and stuff, and he was having a lot of difficulty with it. It got so intense. There were a few times where he would literally like rip the makeup off, which then was a whole reset for the entire day. So they brought in a Navy SEAL, and he kind of had to teach Jim Carrey how to like relax and stay calm. And ultimately the thing that worked is he gave Jim a little smooth rock in his pocket. So throughout the shooting, anytime he would start feeling like claustrophobic and the makeup and stuff, he would just kind of like rub this rock, and I think they had something that he said or something like that, but yeah, that kind of chilled him out, which was neat. But it was really fun. I mean, it was Christmas every day, and we got to run around, and it was neat. I was doing, at one point, there's the mountain, and we have to run up to see the Grinch, and I'm gonna touch the door because my girlfriend is like, touch the door, Stu. So I'm like trying to be cool, and I'm like, oh, I'm so scared, but I have to touch this door. And then the Grinch opens the door, and I go falling down the mountain. And I wanted to do the falling down the mountain, and Ron Howard was like, no. You're not doing that. And I was like, no, I want. And he's like, yeah, no, we have stunt guys to do that. So I had this really awesome stunt guy, and he fell down the mountain and he broke his leg. And we were all like, now what? And they were like, we have to do this. So they got another guy, and I was like, I'll do it. And I was like, you're not doing it. Especially now, you're not doing it. So now they got another guy. He got all dressed up. We waited for him to get dressed up. He went, and he broke his wrist. So I ended up doing it. I was just do it. It was fun. It was really good.
There would be way less injuries had you just done it to begin with.
Yeah, that's how I felt. That was fun though.
Have you been to Grinchmas?
Yes, and I saw me, and it was so nice. But the actor playing me didn't know, like, he was so weirded out by me. I was like, hi! And he was just like, he was really weirded out. Yeah, I was a fan of Steeler. Yeah, that was really neat. I liked that. We went to Universal. No, we didn't. We went to Islands of Adventure.
Same.
That's Universal, okay.
Yeah.
So fun. I highly recommend it. We have Universal in LA, and it's so tiny. And then this one was like, the rides just go on for like 27 minutes, it feels like. They're so fun. It was really neat.
And then we have another one opening soon. When does Epic?
Soon.
Yeah, we have another park opening.
Epic.
So now you have to come back
No.
to go to Epic. Yeah.
So I told you I have 12 nieces and nephews. I called all my brothers and sisters, like, why? We came to Orlando when we were little. We like got in the station wagon and came down. And man, it's great. Like, so I can't wait to come back with everybody and do everything. Doesn't Disney have like 5 parks here too?
Yes.
It's awesome. Okay.
We do the RIP tour for Horror Nights.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I want to do that tonight.
Do
We're
it.
thinking of doing it tonight.
Why don't you come back at the end of the month?
At the end of the month? Is it better?
No, I'll just give you a free open.
Oh, really? Hi.
Hi, do you ever have to touch any of the bugs on Bones, ever?
All of the bugs.
Really?
And I don't like bugs.
Yeah, ew.
And there was one moment, I was telling this to someone yesterday. There was one moment when they had one of the tarantulas on me. And, you know, I'd gotten to the point where I was like, okay, but the Wrangler suddenly like went white in their face. We were doing a take, and I had to get really close to the tarantula, and he's on me. And I felt the tarantula tighten a little bit, and I saw the handler's face go white. This thing's right by my face. I haven't even look at it. They've got the camera really close. And the handler was immediately like, don't move. I was like, oh my God. And he had just gotten spooked, the tarantula, and we just all had to wait. But you could tell that, like, you know, it was maybe not gonna be a good situation. So anyway, but nothing happened. They're actually not that bad, but yeah, no, I definitely didn't go into it liking bugs. I can't say that though. I know, that's what they said, but my eyes were right there, so he was worried that the little hairs were gonna, it has?
No.
In your eyes?
Yeah, I
Oh.
saw a reptile handler at my mom's store.
So what do you do?
Blink a lot.
You
Yeah.
try and be like, I will never make that mistake ever again, putting your face in front of the trash.
Yeah, I know, and there I am doing it, yeah.
Been an interesting take, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. There was some cool insects there. We were also talking we dealt with so many maggots, which do not smell good. So it's kind of intense. Yeah. But we got to the point on the show where there were so many gross things happening, but we were all like eating and like just kind of like hanging out around it, which, you know, because we did a lot of research on the show and we would talk to a lot of coroners and stuff, and that's how they are. I mean, they're like eating hamburgers like while doing their thing. That doesn't sound right, but you know what I mean. They're weirded out by all the death. All right, what else?
How was it to film the cold case episode?
Cold Case.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun. Yeah, that was a while back, but that was neat. Yeah, gosh, that was a fun episode. I'm trying to remember where we shot that. I think that was in LA, but that was neat. Are you a Cold Case fan?
I'm a Bones fan, cold case fan, any criminal show.
Yeah, that was fun. Wow, good memory on that one. Oh my God, that's funny. All right, what about over here? I keep pointing over there. Yes.
Did you know ahead of time that Hodgins was going to be paralyzed and in a wheelchair?
No. No, we talked about it. We talked about it maybe a couple of episodes prior. But we didn't know. The only thing that I talked with them about at some point, we were chatting about this yesterday too, is that, we were chatting about it, is that there was a moment where, are we spoiling anything for anyone? No. Okay. There was a moment where they thought, well, we should get him out of the chair. And I was like, I don't think so. I don't know that we want to do that. I don't think we should do that. This is real life. This is the way that it is. And we have so many people that are friends of ours that are chair bound that I think this is good. I think this is just Hodgins now. And I think they took a moment thinking, well, we didn't really intend that to be the case, but I thought it was better that he never really, that was just his now new norm, which is okay. That's what we have to do. And yeah, it was enjoyable. I wanted to make that as authentic as I could, so I didn't. Once Hodgins went into the chair, I never walked on set again. I wouldn't go anywhere near set without being in the chair. Lunchtime, but I would get to set early and I would leave a little bit late so that no one would see me. I would really try and not be seen ever walking because I just wanted to get associated with everyone that this is just who he is now. And so, but it was great. I mean, it was nice to be able to have to use all the chair access and really make sure that the set itself was prepared for this to be the case. But yeah, I was kind of glad. I mean, it was a big debate on what they were going to do, but I was glad that he stayed in it. What about you? Do you think that was the right choice?
Definitely,
Yeah.
because I would think, anybody watching who was also wheelchair bound, and they would relate to you, and then if you just magically were able to get out of the chair, they'd be like, no.
Too Hollywood.
Yeah, it wouldn't relate to them anymore.
Yeah, that was an intense episode too, right? Because you think it's going to be someone else, and then all of a sudden, that was kind of neat. Yes?
So, related to that, how did you get into your dark Hodgins, I kind of think of and that
Yeah, he was vicious, huh? Just so mean to Angie. Oof. Yeah, it was just, I remember, similarly, I remember I just kept letting my hair grow out, and the beard grow out, and at some point Hart was like, we gotta cut the hair, this is getting too much. And I was like, no, he's really depressed and angry, and he was like, this is getting ridiculous, you look like a werewolf. So, but yeah, I just, again, getting back to that though, I felt like that was the honest path that they had to take, and Angie and Jack needed to get to a point where they had to confront it, they had to deal with it, and I think once he realized he was gonna maybe lose her, then it finally snapped, and he realized, oh wait, but yeah, that was a fun arc, that whole thing. What else?
Did you
Hi.
come up with page 187?
I'm not allowed to talk about it. What do you think page one, well, I shouldn't ask.
I don't know what it is. Just did you think, hey, I got this idea?
No.
Because I love you're like, that's my thing. And then you keep hearing it. It's like,
No, but it was someone's thing.
does anybody know what it really is?
Yeah.
Really?
The person that wrote it.
It makes sense when I get here.
Yeah, the person that wrote it, and I had conversations of, well, what was, and there was, so yeah. Next question. We can talk about 188 and beyond. That's right, 187. All right, what else? Yes.
I love that name. I wanted to share, your character inspired me to get a science degree.
Yeah, that's so cool.
After I did that, I learned how difficult science is.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you if you ever had trouble with some of the science jargon that they would give you, or if there's any a moment where you had to be coached on this is the science.
The science jargon, like spodoptera, nithogallium, tetranychus, that stuff.
Yeah, good job.
You just learn it. You just have to learn it, and I think, thank goodness for the internet, because we got to the point where we were just. I think that show, more than any other show I've ever done, it really was homework. You went home with every script, and it was breaking it down. But I think and you'll tell me if I'm wrong, but for your sake, I needed to understand what I was saying. I couldn't just kind of be an actor learning the lines and saying it. I needed to know what I was talking about. And so it did feel like I was going through biology and chemistry and all of these things. And it was really important to me that Hodgins loved what he did. So I just felt like I had to learn it. So yeah, I would go home and just like, it was like, we'd shoot for, 15 hours and I'd go home and just work. It was just like, let's research, let's figure this out. And, but some of them, it would just get last minute. They'd be like, we've added some stuff. And I was like, what is this? There's 27 characters in this one word. But yeah, again, Googling it and stuff. Did it feel real? Did it feel like Hodgins knew what he was doing? Yeah,
Well,
that was
that's
important.
exactly what studying science for real feels like. You get the assignment in school and you go home, you're like, what did my professor even tell me? Like, hours.
I love that you did that though, and I have to say one of the things I loved most about Bones was the amount of people that turned around and said, I think forensics is pretty cool as a young science, and started to kind of go into that. And to this day, I meet people that are like, I became a forensic anthropologist because of this. I think that's so neat. And Emily gets that a lot too. I think that's a big thrill for her too.
I study
Yeah.
bugs, so bugs and
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You're doing entomology? That's what you're doing?
I wanted to do entomology, I shifted more into botany because those are the jobs.
Oh, you're doing
So
botany,
I
yeah.
did conservation in Hawaii.
Fantastic. Oh, in Hawaii too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
That's what you get to do with a science degree.
Yeah. That's cool. All right, what else? Anything?
Yeah, I was wondering, the experiments that you did all the time, so much fun.
So much fun.
To watch it on the show and stuff. Was it as fun to film it and get splattered with stuff and?
Kind of. There were a few of them that were a little scary. The ones that you probably wouldn't expect. I think it was fun that I mean, I was always game for anything, so I'd be like, let's do it. And so they'd add more and more and more. There was one, so Joel, Fisher, we have one, it seemed pretty innocent, but I don't know if you remember, there was one where there were watermelons and we were trying Okay, so that one, do you know about this watermelon one? Did we talk about this? No. Oh, so the watermelon one, they basically put gunpowder in the watermelons because we had to hit them with a hammer and they needed to explode. Well, we just hit them with a hammer and they didn't explode. So we hit them again and then we cut them and then hit them and cut, and we just couldn't get these things to explode the way in which they wanted it to, and we weren't doing digital effects at the time, so it was like we needed this watermelon to explode all over Joel and I. So yeah, they came in and started putting like gunpowder in and like setting it up like a little bomb. And someone ran a wire and was underneath the watermelon table, and Joel and I are like, what's happening? What are we doing? And so we have a hammer, so if you watch that episode again, I have to look at it myself, but like, you'll probably see both Joel and I are like, I just had no idea what was gonna happen, and we only got, I think, one take, so what you see is what you get. So yeah, we're very much thinking we were gonna explode, but there was a lot of crazy ones. There were so many experiments, I loved that. I mentioned to someone we were talking about the frozen pig yesterday when we shredded the poor pig, that poor thing. But yeah, there was a lot. Hi.
I talked about a turkey where you fold in the turkey. We talked about have like 4 iron cops with wounds.
Was the turkey the one that hit Angie in the head?
Yeah.
Do you like that one? She didn't. Yeah, that one was fun though, yeah. The experiments were fun.
So you were in one of my favorite miniseries, The Offer.
Oh, The Offer, yeah.
So great, and it's underrated. I don't think many people know about it. So what was kind of your experience on that?
Yeah, that one was really, really neat. We were doing that actually through the pandemic. So we would start shooting and then we would have to like stop for like months, and then we'd go back to shooting, and then someone would, they would test positive and we were out again. So it took a really long time to shoot it, but has anyone seen The Offer? It's about the making of The Godfather.
Yes.
So it's a really fun series, and I got to play the DP, the cinematographer, Gordy, who was known as the Prince of Darkness for 2 reasons. One, the way in which he shot, it was very darkly lit. He really liked to use natural light as much as he could. So The Godfather is very moody, and at the time, no one was convinced that was gonna look right, but he was convinced that it was the case. So he was known as the Prince of Darkness, but also he was really mean. So he just had this like anger thing, so it was kind of fun to play. It reminded me a little bit of Jack, in the early days, Jack. Jack had a big anger management. Do you know that? Yeah, the Rubber Man. So I wore that green rubber band the entire time for 12 years. I wore that rubber band, and Angie used to snap it. And then eventually we stopped talking about it, but I still wore it. At some point, it was like, I loved the idea of him being angry because he was quite literally a mad scientist, so I liked that. But at some point it was, oh my God, it was just like every day, he was so grumpy. So eventually I was like, I just slowly, you never know when you're doing a show that it's gonna continue. You think like, we're gonna be lucky if we get 6 episodes. And so that it went to 12 episodes, then a couple of years, then more years. We were like, oh my God. So at some point I was like, I gotta make Jack lighter. I just gotta make it more fun. So I think he mellowed out at some point, which was really, really nice. But yes.
We have 5 minutes left.
Oh no, let's lock the doors.
Did you get to ad-lib at all?
Always, and I loved it. Yeah, and sometimes it would make it in, which was really, really fun. But yeah, we just kept going. A lot of times the directors were like, wait, cut? Why are we still going? Yeah, we loved it. And we were such good friends in real life. There's this thing, it's a phenomenon, I have not seen this since on shows that I've worked on, but it'd be like Emily, Michaela, myself, like John and Tamara, and we'd be all sitting around a body. And they're getting the shot ready. And so you're hearing the crew like, okay, we're rolling, and getting ready, and normally actors, well before that, you're preparing a little bit, it's very quiet on set, you're ready to kind of do the scene, because they quite literally ring a bell, like a school bell, to be like, okay, everyone, we're about to shoot. They set up the lights of shooting and rolling. But this cast of Bone, we were talking to each other about like, oh, and then what did you do? And we're talking, and they'd be like, rolling, and we're talking, we're getting ready, and we're talking, and you'd hear action. And it was literally like the end of action. All of our heads went down. Emily would be like, and then I think if we do that, and we'd start the scene, we'd all be really into the scene, and they'd say, cut, and then we'd go right back to it. I kid you not, if you see any behind the scenes, you'll see that. We would just go down and then back up again. It was really fun. That was really fun. Hi.
You seem so much like Hodgins in real life. I just wondered if you could spend a lot of time getting in character, or if you're just doing the books.
I think when Jack was really angry, it was hard acting. And at some point I was like, if I could make him more like me, then I could just show up to work and have some fun. And so I think that time period before there was the angry days early on, and then prior to the angry days with Angie, I think there was this nice span where it was just kind of being fun. And so that was really fun. That was really easy to kind of like, I made him a lot more like me than me like him. It's easier to do that long term.
Do you have a favorite episode in Bones?
I think the aliens in a spaceship, when I got buried alive with Emily, that was really neat to shoot. That was fun. I stayed in the car the entire time we were shooting it, because I just wanted to kind of feel that thing. So the whole crew went to lunch, and I'm just in the car. But I liked it. I liked the bond between Temperance and Jack. I thought that was really beautiful, and him being able to tell her, because he thinks he's dying, so to be able to tell her that he's madly in love with Angela, not thinking it's ever going to get out, that no one's ever going to know this, and I thought all of that was really nice, and revealing that he was this secret billionaire, and I just so much came out of that one that I really, really enjoyed. That was a really fun one. Do you have a favorite one?
There's a lot of good ones. I don't think I have a favorite though.
Yeah, that's a good answer. I should have said that.
Like one more question, I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
I know.
I'm gonna be at the table. Come ask me your questions at the table. Or forget John. You can see him next time. Stay here. All right.
Did you enjoy playing the kind of sarcastic lawyer in season 5 of Angel?
Yeah, so I met David as his lawyer long before Hodgins and Booth knew each other. I was his lawyer, and yeah, it was fun. I went on and have you watched that since Bones? Have you gone back to see that episode?
Yes.
Is it weird to see those two
Kind of
interacting?
an asshole. You're like, this is nothing like last year.
Didn't I do a Congo line at some
Yeah,
point?
yeah.
Yeah. No, it was
You're
fun.
Like killing everybody, and you're like, God, this thing's finally livened up. Look at it.
It was fun, and so when they were casting Bones, actually Michaela was the very first person cast, and they were in talks. Did any of you see 24?
Yeah.
Remember the show 24? Who was it? I'm trying to remember now which actor, but there was an actor on 24 that they were strongly considering to play Booth. And Michaela got cast, and the director and I were talking after Michaela got cast, prior to me having anything to do with the show. I was talking with the director, and he said, we're looking for an actress to play the lead, and we haven't yet found the person because it's such a specific character, and we need this really strong actress that's going to be able to do it. And the lead actor, we're considering this actor from 24, and he said, or maybe David Boreanaz. I said, oh, I worked with him. You know, I got to work with that guy. He was really fun. And he was like, oh, really? Oh, that's good to know. And then time went on, and then they found Emily, and they were like, oh, this is gold. So they had cast David, then Emily, and I didn't come in till, like, I think I was last to be cast. Yeah. But that was fun, doing
remember
Angel.
you in that first episode, you're like, here, can you please sign this stating that you were saved by Angel?
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I gotta rewatch that. Yeah.
Where did you guys come from?
Yeah. That was
Have you
fun.
been stalking me this whole time?
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. Oh, you do know it. I'm gonna be at the tables. Come and see me. I might sneak into John's for a second too. If you guys are all gonna be there. I'll answer all your questions. You're so fun. You should have done an hour.
I know, we have more time. You're so fun. Thank you so
You're
much
so
for like
fun.
being
Thanks
so
for choosing
personable
me.
and wonderful and like you're amazing.
No, this is really neat. You were really great. Thank you so much. All right, I'll see you guys out there.